Ayesha Curry is a perfect example of why it is so important to have a hoe phase. Go be a hoe. Be a hoe. But be a safe hoe though. Like protect yourself and don't get pregnant. That's why she's sitting over there feeling trapped. Trapped with Steph Curry. Sometimes you gotta go through some stuff to really appreciate what you have. She probably ain't never been hoed. She probably ain't never been drugged through the mud by a dude. She probably never been. She probably never had her heart broken time and time and time again. That's why she can't really appreciate what she has, because it's like, I need something edgy. I need something fun. Like this mom stuff. This being married to Steph Curry, this shit is boring. And now she's really rebelling. She want to be in the streets. She want to be desired by other men. She probably want to do something with another man because she probably never experienced that. Like, when did they get together? Like high school or something? That is not enough time to be out in the world and do stuff and experience stuff. Like, you don't have to experience a whole lot. But I don't think she experienced anything at all. And now she's tied down, married with kids. You can't go do your thing right now unless you go do your thing and run the risk. Like, you ain't just no Lucinda from down the block. You're Ayesha Curry. If you gonna mess with anybody, trust me, we gonna know about it. Watch.
This is the reason why you should never take advice from women, because black women will literally have you crashing out and have you missing out on your blessings. I cannot tell you how many times that I've talked to women or I've had conversations online, and I asked them after they spilled all of their trauma as to what it is that's wrong and why they can't find a good man, and and I ask them all the time. I said, "Hey, is it a possibility that you passed up on a man that you were supposed to be with?" And they like, "Yeah, yeah," and then that's the statement that usually humbles them, and that's unfortunate because she talking about, hey, she needs to do this, she needs to do that, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And again, all it's going to do is have her missing out on her blessing. I cannot tell you how many women that went out there and got STDs and STIs, and I've done hundreds of videos of different people that say, yo, I got HIV, I got herpes, I got all of that. And so all of these women are single baby mamas sleeping around with the same women. Meanwhile, there's other chicks out here that can't wait to get them a Steph Curry, can't wait to get them $1 billion guy, can't wait to find them a guy that's gonna hold them down, that ain't cheating on them. But if you ain't cheating on them, if you're not dogging them, if you're not slapping them, according to a lot of these women, if they haven't put you in the ground, and if they have to having donkey mess you up, then you're not a good woman or you ain't ready to get married. Do you see how toxic, how stupid, how ignorant a lot of these chicks is out here in these streets? This is why all of y'all are single baby mamas, and then y'all want to sit here and have a conversation with me about whether or not I'm holding the community accountable. Instead of it, and it's funny because instead of encouraging their sister, instead of pushing and saying, you know what, girl, you need to sit down, chill out, you doing too much, ain't nothing out here in these streets. It's 1,000 different people, 1,000,000 chicks that are killed to be in the position that you in. You got a good man, a good husband. He never got caught up in those scandals. Instead of them saying this is the type of nonsense that they like to talk about.
You gonna mess with anybody, trust me, we gonna know about it.
Watch this reach the wrong part of the internet, but you are going to struggle to have empathy for Ayesha Curry when you have on a pedestal the exact life that she has. Or at the bare minimum, simply having a good man who loves you out loud. Because Ayesha Curry isn't necessarily in a volatile relationship situation, and to you, she's actually in the ideal relationship situation, you cannot comprehend what more she could possibly want out of life. What more could she possibly be asking for God for when you are over here trying to simply get a man to act right? And when you are in a situation, you are looking at somebody whose lifestyle that you envy, whose man that you want for yourself, whose situation that you can't imagine happening or having for yourself because you are simply still trying to get a man to act right, you look at them and you feel like they are ungrateful for wanting anything for themselves outside of that particular situation. But newsflash, something that I hope you are able to learn in this lifetime, if you are able to get one person to treat you right, is that relationships and long-term relationships require so much more than simply getting someone to act like they like you, than getting someone to not cheat on you. Once you have surpassed all of those elements, once you are actually in a good, healthy, long-term relationship with somebody who fucks with you, isn't fucking your mindset up and things of that nature, you will be surprised what else pops up that might get in your fucking way. Because relationships are fucking hard. Okay? And when I say hard, when people think hard and they hear that, they think cheating, infidelity, getting your ass whooped, abuse, because those are the black and white things that make relationships easy or not easy to you. When in reality, your individual wants for yourself, life situations, the cards that you're going to be dealt, familial issues, financial issues, there are so many other things that get in the way of a good long-term relationship, that might require a good long-term relationship to end, apart from the love that the two people share for themselves. So my hope for you in life is that you finally get to a place where you can actually recognize what it takes to actually be in a long-term relationship, because then that will give you the perspective you need to understand how an individual like Ayesha Curry can look at the charmed life that she's been given and still feel like she is missing something.
I'm missing something. I am. I'm honest to God. Y'all gonna have to help me to understand what is it that I'm missing from these situations to where you got these women that are living these phenomenal, loving husband. And look, it's not that hard. As a person that has been married for 21 years successfully and has raised a phenomenal daughter and come from a great family, it's not that hard. It really isn't. We make ourselves suffer. We create scenarios where we act like that we are under duress. We try to make it seem like it's worse than it really is. It's not. It's not. You're not going to convince me. You're not going to try to sell me on the idea that everything is just so bad and hard and difficult and you got to figure it out. It's not. It really isn't, bro. And we really making this thing more complicated than it really is. That's my opinion and that's my perspective of it. But I mean, apparently these women feel like even after you find a good man, that it's so difficult to make sure that you hold it down, even though you don't have the same issues as everybody else. But and that's not to say that people don't have problems in life. But most of this junk is just little pebbles and we turn it into a mountain, to be honest with you. This is crazy.
Ayesha Curry is one of those people who, when she talks, I immediately block out anything anyone has to say. I don't even let their opinion of what she's saying enter my ear before I run and go watch it and listen to it for myself, because she is one of those people that we as a society, or not we, a lot of people have this irrational irritation towards, that anything she says or does will irritate them. Tyla is one of those people. Gabrielle Union is one of those people. I'm sure we can all think of someone, people collectively as a society, they have just decided they dislike and will rule out anything and everything that comes out of their mouth and will just look for an opportunity to kick them down. And as it pertains to Ayesha Curry, I think it is really unfortunate because even though I am child free, she is saying something that I have heard many women say, many women who are wives, many women who are especially mothers, who have devoted their lives to their children, or their lives may not have panned out the way they thought they were going to. And that's something that you start to realize and think about the
It actually got better. But I want to hear the rest of what she got to say.
older you get, but especially as you
No,
start to
there's
move
no life in any way, shape, or form that you can think of that you would have been able to foster for yourself that your husband didn't just give to you.
your 40s. And it's very natural for Ayesha Curry to be experiencing what she is experiencing and speaking out about it. However, for some bizarre reason, well, we know the reason, patriarchy. And again, Ayesha Curry is just one of those people have this irrational disdain towards. And it's really unfortunate because it's not even a right message, wrong messenger, because money does not make it so people cannot speak to certain situations. We see people with money who are absolutely miserable. Look no further than Nicki Minaj, okay? People with money can absolutely be miserable. People with money can absolutely regret some of the choices they made in their lives or wish that they would have taken a different route or done some things differently. And I don't understand why. I'm less interested in the men who are kicking down Ayesha Curry, because again, I understand where that's coming from. It's unfortunately women, particularly, I'm not interested again in the women who are in their 20s or even early 30s speaking negatively about Ayesha Curry. I must say I am pretty disappointed to see the takes from women in their 30s, their mid 30s, 40s, 50s, speaking about so negatively about.
I just think that all of these women are going through a midlife crisis, and they don't want to be transparent about the fact that she has the life that any one of these chicks would kill for. Yet, all of these chicks, I don't know, bro. It's just so weird. It's so weird that she has become the poster child. I think it was Jada Pinkett at first. Now somehow, some way, it's became Ayesha Curry, and I just hope that Steph don't turn into Will Smith. Because I want them to work, but I just want her to be quiet because all she's doing is continuing to bring visibility negatively to what they got going on, and she don't even have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just live a good life. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley. 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.